Hello, how are you? And welcome to SkyTour LiveStream. Tonight, it's Comet imaging. This is Comet Atlas that we're looking at right here. And I see D. Smith says Keith and Bill are still on. Still on what? Are they streaming? Are they looking at the comet too? I'm sure D will tell us. Okay, let's go back to this here. Oh yeah, and now. Okay, the comet is directly out of the dome right up there.
Hello D, hello CND boy.
Canada boy. Hey guys.
Yeah.
Oh, a live COVID stream. Yeah, I did one. I did a marathon on KGRA Saturday and Sunday with a lot of the hosts, and we were all on there, and I'm sick of talking about it.
I'm sorry I missed it. I was reinstalling. I went out Sunday afternoon and bought a new copy of Windows 10.
Wow.
And I was doing my darndest to get that thing installed by showtime, and I didn't quite make it.
That's all right.
And I actually came on with just a couple of minutes left.
Thank you, D. I'm glad you liked it. Hey, Marianne. You're just in time, Marianne, because you're about to see the comet that's right between the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper right now, called Comet Atlas.
Hello, Marianne. Do I sound okay?
Yeah, you sound fine.
Okay.
We also have the sound from the observatory, too, so when we move the telescope, you'll hear it. Wow. Okay, look at that. That's really interesting. You'll notice that green color. That is very characteristic of the carbon atoms in this comet. So that's why we're seeing this like this. This is a little exaggerated color. As you know now, we have the ability to go back and forth between the different filters. So what I'll do now is I'll take a regular white light image. Okay, and I gotta go back a couple of filters here. Alright, that's filter 1, and now we go to 5, which is an open hole. This gives us the best view in terms of being able to see visually before we actually put a filter in front. Now we're going to do another, I'll do a 25-second shot at this 25,600 ISO. And let's check out Comet Atlas Y4 in white light, shall we? It'll be pretty. Daisy and Zoe, hello.
Hello, Daisy and Zoe.
Welcome to the SkyTour LiveStream Comet Atlas stream. We're checking the comet tonight. An interloper, he's going to be getting brighter and bigger. And right now, the comet's about a quarter of the diameter, or it's like half the diameter of the sun and of the moon, which they're about the same. So this is what it looks like in white light. You'll notice that we have a bit of a glow back here, but you can see the green color and you can see a tail. See that? Right there. It's a little bit of a tail, and if you're wondering about which way that tail's going, well then it's going like this. It's heading back that way. Okay? It starts and goes back. That was Daryl, not me.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, they're saying that Comet Atlas may turn out to be a great comet.
Oh, it's already not. It's not failing us now. Look at this.
Yeah.
Here's something that I want to point out too. See this little star right next to the comet? If we check this out in just a little while, it's going to be a different orientation because the comet's actually moving, and it's much, much closer to us, of course, than the stars. So we'll see it move against these stars. Hey, Jenny Jones. Welcome to SkyTour LiveStream.
Hello, Jenny.
Yeah, so that's in white light, okay, and we're gonna I'm going to take us back to our primary view. All right, and for those that are joining us, this is the telescope control cluster. This is me. Okay, Daryl is on the call with me. This over here is the observatory cam, and this is the camera control cluster. And in the middle is the live view. So the comet is right here. And we're going to now change the filter. I have a filter wheel, so we're going to actually go ahead one filter. Right now, you'll see how all the stars seem to have vanished. They didn't really. If I go back one again, back to the open hole, you can see the stars show up again. But going forward, I'm using a filter that selects very specific bands from the filter. From the sky. And so those stars don't have those bands, so we don't see them as bright. But I'm going to take us to this next one. This is less of a narrow band. And let's just now do a 25-second shot of this of the comet in this band. Daryl, have you done any background information on Atlas? Why for this one?
Oh, just what I've read. Like I said earlier, there's some talk it may become a great comet, I believe, after it reaches perihelion, which I want to say is in May.
Yeah.
Great comet. You're talking something like a Comet Hale-Bopp or what was the one they saw down in Australia so well, McNaught. It was barely visible this far north, but they say it may become a super duper comet.
Wow. Well, I think that's pretty cool.
Yep. Last great comet I got a good look at was Hale-Bopp.
Wow.
And that was back, that was almost exactly, it was late March of 97, so 23 years ago.
So we already know which direction the comet is moving in the sky because this is an earlier photo I took of it. Okay, and this is the photo I just took of it. Ready? Watch the angle between this star, and they're trailed a little bit, but that's okay. This star and this comet. Watch this now. Here we go. See the difference?
Mm-hmm.
There's a little bit of motion there. It's going this way. Earlier, later. And I'll just pull it down a little to kind of line it up as best I can. Earlier and later. So you see, in astronomy, you can see things change moment to moment if you know where to look. And this comet actually is showing us a little bit of a tail, and the tail doesn't necessarily fall off of the comet in the direction, opposite the direction it's running, like it's dragging stuff behind it. There's two kinds of tails on the comet. We have a dust tail, and then we have an ion tail. The ion tail is, that's ION, an ion tail. The ion tail is something generated by the both the electrical and chemical nature of the interaction of the sun's particles as they stream onto the comet. And of course, the comet has a central area here that looks like it's so big. Now, it may be only a few kilometers across inside, but this is called the Coma, the head of the comet, is I forget how big, like over 1 million kilometers across, because there's nothing stopping it, and this is from outgassing stuff on the surface of this very active comet that's blowing stuff off into space around the comet, kind of like Pigpen in Charlie Brown and the Peanuts gang. Pigpen always has a cloud of dirt around him. Well, that's like a comet. When it's near the sun, the sun's rays and radiation cause the comet's surface to get excitable, and we see that. But boy, this it looks really pretty, and that green color that you see, that green color is because of the carbon atoms on the surface of the comet. It's a spectral feature. And you can also have cyanogen too. Yes, it's related to cyanide, and that's the cyanogen is something that Flammarion he made an off comment. Remember that? Daryl actually brought that story to our attention on SkyTour Radio on kgraradio.com.
Oh yeah. Was that Halley's in 1910?
Yep.
Scared the willies out of a lot of people.
Yeah.
And interestingly, what's his name? The guy who wrote Sherlock Holmes. He wrote a short story about that too.
Really?
Yep.
That's cool.
After Flammarion popularized it.
Yeah. So
I'm having a brain lock. I can't think of the author's name.
You mean the author that wrote Sherlock Holmes?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you don't remember him?
Well, of course I remember him. I have probably a dozen of his books. His name just escapes me at the moment.
Yeah, well, if I could remember, I would have told you to, but...
Yeah. G. Gordon Liddy. No.
No.
That's not it.
Sir, was it Sir something or other?
God, it's right on the tip of my tongue.
Yep.
Hello, Marco.
Hey, Marco. Thanks for coming. This is Comet Atlas.
Arthur Conan Doyle.
Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. So I was right, yeah.
Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Yeah. This is Comet Atlas Y4, guys. And you'll see that the comet's actually moving quite fast through the sky. All right, this is the photo we just took, and the one from moments ago, a little while ago. You see this star and this location here? Well, now look at where it is. You can actually see the motion. Right there. See that? It's now to the lower left of that star, and before it was to the lower right of that star. This was about 15 minutes ago. So I suspect that the comet will, by the time we're done looking at it tonight, it will be over here somewhere.
Yeah. Comet Iris Araki Alcock back, when was that? Early 90s?
Yeah.
I watched it from a backyard with a telescope the night of its closest pass to Earth, and you could see it moving in the eyepiece.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
And Comet Hyakutake in '96, you could see it moving also.
Yes, he didn't say
they both
Jakutake. He said Hyakutake.
Comet Hyakutake, however you say it.
Yeah. Hey, Genghis.
Hello, Genghis. Hello, James Dugan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're actually cranking along here, getting some really good images. If I go to a 4K video here for a second, I'll bet you we could even see it here. We do have some noise from the camera, but well, it's barely visible. But it's more fun to actually catch the image. It's really gorgeous. It's right there. You can see it. How beautiful this is, you know. Now this is 256,000 ISO, so way too much. But I'll go down to 20 seconds and just try one to see if we can catch any of the tail that's out there. Because if it's possible to catch it, I think we should try. Don't you? Why, yes, we do. So this is what we're looking at, and it'll be a little bit brighter in the background. We're using a filter this time. Yeah, see, it's obviously... Well, that's interesting, huh? You can see it. There's a bit of it here. See that? And you know what? What's hard is, unless you actually track the comet and not the stars, I can't take this image and stack it with others, because the comet is actually changing every moment. It's changing moment to moment. So you actually have to take one good shot of the comet, and that's why comet pictures always look pretty interesting, you know. But you know, you could, if you follow the comet, then you could actually take video, and you know, use each video frame and try to get a stacked image, but it's going to be kind of a blurry result, you know. But let's see if we go up to 25,600 and 25 seconds again. But now let's see what filter we're on. Okay, all right, we're on filter 2. I'm going to go back to one that's called the narrow band. This one is going to make the stars disappear, and I want to see if we can notice any chemistry that's in the comet that's coming off. If it's going to come through and come to our eyepiece or to the camera, it means it would have to be sort of an H alpha, which I don't expect, or O3 oxygen, you know, doubly ionized oxygen, which I could potentially expect. hydrogen beta, which I don't expect, or sulfur 2, which I don't expect. So I don't expect there'll be that much. And sure enough, as you can see, there's not a whole lot here. You know, not a whole lot. Those are not stars, that's noise. Okay. You can still see the tail, though. Actually, it's kind of cool because you can actually see the tail better here. See that? The tail's better.
Uh-huh. Interesting.
Yeah, it's actually sort of nice. So this filter does allow us to see the tail a little bit better. Oh, yeah. So this is good. This is all good, you know. And I think while we're on the side of the sky, we're going to check out some other things, too. And to do this, I had to put the coordinates in right up here, as you can see them. And these coordinates I had to put in and say go to, and that got us to the place that the comet was located at. Actually, we got it the first time. Daryl and I tried. We just got it the first time. Bam! Just like that. So, and I had just aligned the telescope again, too. I figured out how to align the telescope from inside, which is kind of important. All right, so let's go to this next filter. That was the ultra narrowband filter. Now we're going to go to this location here. This filter is kind of cool. This is and we're going to turn off tracking for this one. And I'll tell you why. Because this is the one where we're actually going to take a spectrum. All right, we'll be able to see a spectrum, and we'll see a little bit of this. This might be pretty interesting. So let's go down, and we're going to turn off tracking. And when the tracking goes off, okay, there it is. Now we wait a few seconds, and then we're going to take a picture, an image. Here we go. 15 seconds, untracked. So it's going to be dragging across the screen this way, and you'll actually see the spectrum of the comet dragged out over the screen. I'm so excited. Wow. Oh, you know what? Apparently, okay, these are spectra of some stars too, but I got double images, oddly, which is kind of weird. I'm thinking, oh, I know what happened. The telescope, I didn't wait long enough. Okay, well, we'll hop out of this for now, and then we'll come back to it. And for those who weren't here before, okay, this next one is looking straight through this has a hole, basically. It's a hole in the filter wheel where it just looks at the white light. So we'll do 15 seconds at 25,600 and show you what that looks like. So this is going to be a white light shot of Comet Atlas Y4. Hey, Benjamin Zavella, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. Oh, okay. Looks like I forgot to turn tracking back on. Yes, I did. Okay, well, I'm going to turn tracking back on now. Okay, let me go and do that. Okay, so tracking is back on. And now I'll do 15-second exposure. Actually, I'll do 20.
Think it might have walked off center?
Yeah, it is. It's over here now, I think. I think it's like over here somewhere. Let's find out. Oh no, maybe it's over here now. Because, see, I don't know, because the telescope tries to track things even if the tracking's off. Yeah, see, it's over there. Oh, yeah. Look at that, though. See, we've got this is a beautiful image. I'm going to share why. I'm going to zoom in on this for you, just to show you. You'll notice when you look at this image, you can see a component that's definitely green, but you also see this. See this? Can you see that, Daryl?
Maybe. I see some of it.
Yeah. So we have white, and it's dragging behind it in some white. I think we're actually seeing dust tail here, and these are the carbon atom ions that we're looking at, the carbon ions that we're looking at here. So that's what the two colors are. Those are pretty. Very pretty. Now I'm going to bring it back on center here. And then to do that, I don't even know if I even have to go over to it. I can just say, let's move a little to the east. All right. And let it catch up. I'm just going to go back to this for now. And we should be fairly close. That's nice. I'm going to go drop it down to 20,000 actually for 20 seconds. All right. And we'll come back. That's a really pretty comet. And again, this is a white light photograph taken native to the camera. So the camera sees what the sky is actually showing. We're not filtering to bring in more details. Okay. I didn't go over enough. I do see something here, Daryl.
So do I.
Really do. All right. Let's go bring that all back in, shall we?
As you were saying earlier about gas tails and dust tails, or ion tails and dust tails, the ion tail, the gas tail, that points directly away from the sun.
Correct. Yeah.
At all times.
Right.
And the dust tail, it's more trailing the comet, and it's being blown by the solar wind and stuff.
Yep.
You'll often see it. Like if you saw pictures of a Hale-Bopp from back in the late 90s, it had a big curved fan appearance to it.
Mm.
And that's more of kind of showing where it was coming from.
You got it, man. Daryl's got he knows his stuff, boy. Really, really pretty. Very pretty. Okay, we should be getting the comet in now. Where the heck did it go?
You didn't go the wrong way, did you?
I should know. I brought the stars. Oh, I'm such a dummy. I did.
Hey, David Schmidt.
Hi, David Schmidt. I did go the wrong way. You know why? The scope is flipped. The scope is flipped.
Flipping scope, anyway.
Yeah, the scope is flipped, so I've got to bring it this way. And I'm going to just take a short... I'll take a shorter image. Do 15 seconds. Just real quick to make sure I did the right thing. Oh, you saw Hale-Bopp while leaking. David Schmidt, did you see what he said? Yeah, see, I went the wrong way. What a dummy. I forgot the scope was flipped upside down, so left is right, right is left, you know, that kind of thing. My mistakey. Okay, so now to do that again, I need to go more west because it's actually over here. A little more. All right. But boy, it's pretty. And we're taking the images of Comet Atlas right here. And we're doing it in white light. We don't have any filters in front of the telescope right now. But I can roll them in with the filter wheels. That's not a problem. I saw Hale-Bopp directly over my head in just 5,280 feet from here. Look at that. Wow, that's interesting. If I don't miss my guess, it looks like it's changing right before our eyes. The morphology of the comet's changing right before our eyes, guys. It's really something.
Whoops. Yeah, it's moved farther away from that star too.
Yeah. If we go back and look at it in the beginning, like that one compared to this one, yeah, definitely. Okay, let's do some filtered shots, guys. Let's try and look at this thing. And if any of you would like one of these images, I will be happy to refine them for you and show them to you. And for you wondering where we are in the sky, this is where we are. Now, where's that? Well, that's between the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper. Okay. So here is the Big Dipper, right? And then we have the Little Dipper right here. And this star here in Ursa Major, okay, these stars in Ursa Major are all, this star is called Dubhe. No, it's not Dubhe.
Dubhe's to your lower right.
Yeah, it's over here.
No, up one.
Oh, this one?
No.
Where's that going? That
to the left, that one right there, that's Dubhe.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, sorry.
And that's Merak next to it.
Yeah,
those are the two pointer stars.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm just, I get confused myself. How about that? All right, well, let's get rid of this because that's confusing me all the time anyway. But anyway, you can see if we look at the Big Dipper points to the North Star, which is here. And if you draw that line between them, you find that this is where the comet is. It's off center. It's not quite there. But it is still up in the sky pretty high. Okay, this is north and northeast. So now if we look straight up, okay, straight up right here is here. Okay, this is the zenith.
Yeah, that's the head of the bear right there.
Yes.
Yeah, you can see his head, you can see his front legs and back legs to the upper right, and his tail down toward the lower right.
Well, we know his tail.
Yep, that's the handle of the Dipper.
Yep. And the Big Dipper is an asterism within Ursa Major. So,
folks, if you go look at Astrophoto of the Day, look back a few days, they posted an excellent image of the comet right next to M81 and M82 galaxies, which are right in the area there near the head of Ursa Major.
Right here.
Yeah, and it's drifted this far since.
That's
there
right.
You go, Boday's galaxy.
Yeah. Yep.
It's an absolutely gorgeous picture.
Yeah, and we can't see them both in the same view. This is our view with the telescope. It's actually a little smaller than this, but you can see now that we wouldn't be able to see them both in the same view. But boy, it's beautiful. So coming back here now, let's take and let's do what I said we're gonna do. Let's actually bring us to okay, this is our spectral analysis wheel here. So we're gonna set we're gonna turn the tracking off now one more time and take the picture once it settles down. Okay, here we go. Okay. So this is the comet, and my view. I've got to bring this up more to see the secondary images of the comet. Actually, I think the comet is up here, and then this is the spectrum of the comet down here. Not bright enough to actually show us spectral lines. Plus, I do not have a slit spectrograph on the telescope yet. Notice I said yet. Yes, that's something we're going to bring so we can actually exactly analyze the spectra of nebulae and other things. That's going to be really cool. Alright, so we'll take this filter wheel down to number 2. This is a fairly narrow band filter, but it's still wider than we've used. It's a wider narrow band filter. So I'm going to do 25 seconds at 20,000 on this right now and check it out. Oops, no I'm not. Forgot to turn back on the tracking. So my mistake. We're going to have a really funky looking image here. That might be pretty cool. We're going to have some drag and then a sharp image. Let's see how that looks. Who knows? I might be making artwork right now and not even know it. You know? Oh, look at that. Yeah, artwork. Yeah, okay. Well, now it's not doing that. Let's get this back where it belongs.
I've seen some really pretty pictures like that where the telescope, the camera, whatever, is tracking, but they continuously adjust the zoom.
Oh yeah.
Over the course of the exposure, and it makes a really pretty picture sometimes.
Yeah. We can't do that with the telescope. With this telescope.
Yeah.
I don't have that facility.
No, it's probably done with a camera and a zoom lens.
Yep.
Still looked really neat.
Yeah, yeah. All right, we'll do 25 seconds now. And for those that recognize this song, this is the song I use for the Welcome to SkyTour LiveStream video. If you've never seen the Welcome video, check it out. And if you haven't subscribed, watch that Welcome, and then you may subscribe afterwards. There we go. Look at that. It's pretty beautiful, isn't it, Daryl? This just really turned out nice.
Oh yeah.
Hi, Amal. How you doing?
Hello, Amal.
So what do you guys think, huh? I mean, this is a beautiful cosmic interloper. It's going to be gone in a short time. And we won't have it around anymore to kick around. But it's really pretty. And it does change moment to moment, it seems. You know? That's the previous one. Yeah. And if we look at this and compare it, let's see if I can compare it. Compare it to like an earlier one. Here's an earlier one. Okay, look where this is relative to the star. Okay. Okay, now this one trailed a little bit, but see, here's the comet, here's the star. Okay. Now, check it out now. You ready? That's the star, that's the comet. You are actually seeing movement. So, you know, for people that don't think you see any change in the universe, that's what we're looking at. We're looking at change happening right before your eyes, moment to moment.
May I answer, Marianne?
Please do. First, read the question.
What is considered a short time? She's quoting you.
Okay.
Marianne, if I remember correctly, the comet is supposed to pass closest to the sun, perihelion, in May sometime. And they are concerned that the comet may fragment and disintegrate at that time. It's going to pass close to the sun. But if it survives, it may put out a heck of a light show. And that's what I was saying earlier about becoming a possible great comet.
Oh, yeah.
It'll really put on a show after perihelion because it'll warm up and, you know, the tails will be huge, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, since we're in the neighborhood...
So, a couple of months or less.
We'll come back to the comet, but since we're in the neighborhood, why don't we go look at Bode's galaxy, shall we? M81 and M82?
Sure.
Okay, here we go. You'll hear the telescope motion underway. There you go. The telescope is now moving. And it's actually went by the star that it's using as a setup star. Usually it actually uses Dubé sometimes. And it did. So it's using Dubé again, and it's going to center Dubé, and then from there go right over to M81 and M82. So now Dubé is getting centered, and as far as the guide scope, because it's a robotic process now, and then it's going to go kaboom and take off and head to, there it is. Now we're heading over to right here. You'll see this is going to close in and line right up. There we are. And now we should be on M81 or so. I'll do a quick 4K view here just to see it. Oh, I think I just saw it right here. Or no, it's right there. I see it now. Dead center. All right, here we go. Let's say 25,600 for 25 seconds. I'm giving it a chance to acquire a guide star. Here's what the telescope's doing. The telescope is going to a bright star near the object we want. It's called high precision pointing, and it lines up on that star. And then when it gets the star right where it needs to be, it proceeds to say, okay, from this star I know exactly where the galaxy is from this star. And then it just jumps right down to it. And that's what this is. And at first I didn't like high precision pointing because it took too long. But you know something? I've come to really love it because it is very helpful when you're trying to find specific right ascension and declination coordinates. Like for a comet. So this is going to be a 25-second exposure at 20,000 with filter wheel number 2, which is the ultra high contrast S filter, and it's going to be able to show us more detail. This is not the comet we're looking at now. This is the comet here, but we're going to be seeing now Messier 81. Look at that.
What it is.
Look at that. You can see the spiral arms of the galaxy very nicely.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And now, we'll come back to this image in just 1 second. What I'm going to do now is we're going to go and we're going to drop us to position 1. And this is the narrowband filter. Now we should be able to see the H2 regions, those hydrogen alpha regions in the galaxy, pop out at us. Let's hope. They may or they may not. It depends on the night, but we'll see.
Something tells me M81 is going to look maybe unexpected through one of the filters.
You think so?
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay. Well, I can see H2 regions here and here. Let's see what we get. Okay, so I'm looking at this. I needed to go a little longer. And as I can see, it looks like we went out of focus. See that? We're out of focus a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, first things first. Let's go over and get the focus. So to get focus, we're going to find a nearby star. And to do that, I'm just going to take us... in this case, I think it's going to be this way. I'm going to actually change the speed. Yeah, go over here. I'm hunting for a star to focus on, that's all.
How about Dubai?
Well, I didn't want to go that far. I got one right here. Oh, there it goes. Went too fast. There we go. Okay. Alright, we'll drop it down now. I want to use a star that's a little less bright. We can actually get its focus better that way, I think. So Actually, I know we can. I've done that before. Okay, so our star is right off to the left here. Let's bring it in. Okay, this is what we're going to focus with. Alright. And we'll bring it down. Too much. Alright, that's not good. Come on. Okay. Now we're going to focus. We're going to take it way out and way in. Sometimes... Yeah, see, that was the correct direction too. Okay, I'll let it do it the other way. That looks a little better. And we're going to take a short exposure of this star just to make sure. 13 seconds. Let's go. Okay, so let's see what we got now. Okay, so this is what we're looking at here. Looks like we're pretty focused now.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah, so let's go back to here and go back to here. And now bring us all the way back. First, I gotta increase our speed.
Increase speed. What speed?
Of the telescope.
The tracking rate?
No, I'm trying to notice I'm bringing the telescope back to our location.
Oh.
So I have to increase the speed of the slew.
I understand.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we should be pretty good here. Let me change the rate. Okay, and now let's check with a quick exposure. And let's just go to filter number 5, which is straight through. All right. So that's viewing it without any. It looks it looks still out of focus right there. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I seem to think that. I think we have a focus issue. Oh, no way, I don't like that. Okay.
Might you be getting some sag in the somewhere in the optical train? You know, the camera to the filter wheel to the telescope, whatever.
Yeah, I hope not, because that'd be kind of bad. Let me try something here. Yeah, that's up and down. Yeah, that's focused. Okay. I don't know what. I don't think so. Let's just try something here. I think this is the galaxy right there anyway. Let's just do a 13-second exposure real quick. I was thinking that James, flexure might be a problem, but I don't have a long enough optical train for that. That's pretty.
This is white light, right?
Yes, it is. It's a white light view. You can see the natural orangey yellows of the older stars in the nucleus of the galaxy, and it is a little bluer on the outside. You can kind of tell that. That's really pretty.
Yeah. Hey, try longer exposure.
I think I will. That was only 13 seconds.
Yep.
But, there is some light pollution here. We do have light pollution. But let's see if 25-second exposure doesn't look too bad. Of course, I'm at 25,600. I got to drop that down. Okay, I'm going to drop 2 stops and go up to 30 seconds. So we have a net higher of one or so stops. Oh, I hope it's not a mirror flop, James. That would be really bad. Waiting to see the M82. I've looked at M82 in this setup, and oh man, it is stunning. And with the narrowband filters, you have to take longer exposures anyway. But in the interest of keeping you all interested still, I'm not sitting here for 2, 3, 4 minutes at a clip, you know. Wow, look at that. You can see a dark lane right there, really obviously. And this is clearly bluer. You notice that? See that, Daryl? He's muted.
Sorry, bad astronomer.
No.
Yeah, a little bit.
And we are still, it's still not quite focused.
That dark lane sure does show up.
Yeah, it does. It does. I just gotta focus again. Frankly, I never quite got the focus right here. That's all. So let me bring this up.
David, yes, you're seeing spiral arms.
Yes. Okay, let's...
Hello, Toad. Righteous Toad is here.
Hey, Righteous, what's up, man? Glad to see you. All right. Let's bring these up. All right, too much. Okay. Now let's go over here. Other east. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Okay, focusing now.
That's weird. The last time you refocused, God, it looked as sharp as a tack, you know?
Yeah, I don't... Not sure what is going on with that. Let's try that. Okay. Okay. See, you can see the galaxy there. It's actually pretty visible. Yes, I'm wearing my... Marianne's asking was that a sweatshirt I'm wearing. I'm wearing my... looking at my camera's frozen apparently. Yeah, I'm moving. The camera's not even on right now. What happened? I don't understand. Anyway, I'm wearing my UFO Congress sweatshirt, which Marianne knows. So I'll do 30 seconds here at 16,000 here. See if we can get that focus. And now let me... let me figure out if I can get this camera to work again. There we are. Is it working? Yeah, there we go. About time. Okay. Oh, look at that. Still not. What's going on? Curiouser and curiouser. I must be dancing around it.
Do you have wind or anything going on?
No, I think I'm just dancing around focus, that's all. So I'm gonna do what I can here to work on this. And we're in the focus mode again. Let's try this. On the way out. You're hearing the focus. And then you can see what it's doing now. Okay. So now I'm going to come back.
Your observatory sounds like a coffee shop.
I know. Okay, this is the better focus. You can see these stars are now doubles. See 2 stars? Okay. This is absolutely the best focus there is right now. Because those 2 stars should be separated, and they are. And there's M82. M81, rather. Hey, Tara. Okay, I'm gonna just do 20 seconds just to confirm this. That's right. I gotta tell everybody, Marianne's done some awfully hard work for us on behalf of SkyTour LiveStream West. She is single-handedly coordinating people to help get this all together. Sometimes people that are less than cooperative. So it's really incredible. So, okay, we walked a little bit, but you know what? Not bad. I didn't give it time. We can see the dark lane in there. Yeah. But you know what I'll do? It's fine. We'll be alright. Oops, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do any editing right now. Okay, so. Let's try that. Let's go and change the filter from 5 to not the ultra narrow band filter, but the next filter, which is the one we have been using traditionally in here. And we're going to go up 2 stops, because that is usually a good way to get what we see. With no filter, with this particular filter, you add 2 stops, 2 photographic stops. Yes, the stars can be seen. And as we look at this, I'm going to bring us to this. Okay, you can see the spiral arms, David Schmidt. You can see that. They go over this way, they go that way. You can't miss them, you know. And then out here. And then here's a nice view. And look at that, the focus is out again. Okay, something's going crazy there. Something is not quite right. You notice that, Daryl?
Yeah, it looks a little soft.
It's very soft. I mean, if you look at the focus here, look at. You can see the centers. I mean, didn't I just focus this exactly right?
Yeah, well, you can see the secondary obstruction there in the stars.
So something's not right. I'm wondering if it's. I'm going to try something right now, just out of curiosity. Okay. I just hit the focus, which you can just hear it going. It's a little delay. Let me try this now. Oh. Moving a robotic camera in the dome just to see. These things you see in the bottom of the telescope in the lower right corner, these are the counterweights that counterbalance the telescope. Okay, so what do we got here? Still soft. Okay. I'm going to have to figure out what's going wrong here. Not because it's any big deal, but because I want to make sure I have good focus when I take these pictures, man. So let's move up. Alright, and now we got this. And now we have this. Okay, and this is where we want to go to that star right there. And now let's see if we can focus that star.
Well, that has gone soft.
Yeah. Because above it are those other two stars that should be there. Then we find out that there's clouds. It's like, what? You know, actually, that's not a bad thought here. Let's, let me start this up. Okay. Okie dokie, guys. Just 1 second.
All sky camera?
You got it. It's always good to have the all sky going. And I'll just run it all night long and then put it together again in a AVI tomorrow. So there it goes. So now it's going to take a picture and we'll see it in just a minute. Okay. Yeah, get out of there. Okay. Let's let's go back down. Do 15 seconds here and see if we see what we have. I want to see that looking good. Oh, here we go. Okay, now that looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, and you can see the galaxies looking better down there. Okay. Okay, so now that we're there, let's go back and we'll take this and make this work. Hold on. Okay.
Sorry, D. Smith, I'm not eating anything. I was puffing on my vape. Probably what you heard.
Okay. I'm going to drop us down now.
James asked a minute or two ago, are you changing filters, Mark?
Oh, I'm sorry, James. Yeah, down here in the lower left, you can see there's another additional piece of equipment that I've added on the system. And there's a filter wheel. And this filter wheel is connected, and I can disconnect it and run it electronically. It's 5 position, and in the first position, I have a narrowband filter, which is great for looking at specific wavelengths from nebulae and things like that. Second position is a less than a narrowband filter, but it's more like a light pollution filter with some added benefits of doing high contrast. The third filter is actually a spectral filter. We can actually look at the spectrum of the stars. The fourth is just a black disc that I put in, which just offers me a black screen. And the reason you do that is to look at the noise of the camera, depending on what night. In the summertime, you get a lot of noise in the sensor. In the winter, you get less, but it's more discreet. And you can subtract out the noise in the end when you go to stack, and the images look 100% better. And then the last one, 5, is the last one is actually just empty. There's no filter at all. It's looking straight through. So you're seeing it in the light of the sky. So that's the filter wheel down here. So let's do another 20-second shot. Or no, let's go right to 30 seconds here. Because I still want to get to M82 as well. Thanks, Canada boy. yeah, if you guys haven't subscribed, please do so. You know, because you come here, you learn some astronomy, you enjoy the astronomy images, and you're in control, man. If you see something you want to look at, or if you know what you're looking at in the sky and you want to see it, and we have it up, you just tell me. You know, if someone said, hey, I want to see Comet Atlas, Y4, then I'd say, okie doke. Now this is good. Look at this is what it's supposed to look like. It was just a matter of getting that all straightened out. So now I'm happy with that. See that now? That's pretty.
Yep.
That's a much prettier shot. Yep. So that said, now we have our focus. So let's let us do something else here. And something we're gonna do is we're going to come back here, and I want to go look at this other galaxy that you guys are gonna really like. This galaxy is amazing, and I might be able to get to it just by I don't even have to tell a telescope to go there. I might just be able to get there by heading south. But I'm going to have to increase the speed a little bit. Oops. Why did that go north? Oh, of course it's flipped. It's flipped over. Yep, I've got to remember that. It's flipped. Okay, so let's do this. All right, here we go. Oh, stop. Okay, why are you still going? Sometimes the telescope just takes off on its own sometimes.
Adventures in astronomy.
Yeah, it tends to do that. Well, we're closing in now on we're closing in on M82, otherwise known as the Cigar Galaxy. Okay. I should have just told the telescope to find it instead of trying to do it manually, you know? But it's okay. Not a big deal. Alright. So, is the Cigar Galaxy here? Let's find out. First, let me just do a 4K view here. Let's see if I've got it. I think I do right there. I could be wrong, but let's find out. I never manually drive the telescope, because I'm not looking at it. I'm not out there to look at it, but let's just do a 20 seconds at 25,600 just for fun.
Take care, Marianne. Thanks for coming.
Well, Marianne, you have work tomorrow, so yeah, you're up too late. Now go to bed. It's 7 o'clock for her, so it's really too late for her to be up. She has to go to bed. Can you imagine that, going to bed at 7 o'clock? Wow, look at that. Now that's beautiful.
That's nice, yeah.
Folks, this is called Messier 82. It's also known as a starburst galaxy. Sometimes star formation in a galaxy can take many forms. In this particular galaxy, this whole area right here is all hydrogen alpha regions. So think of it as a massive Orion Nebula, the size of a good portion of the galaxy. And then we have hot blue stars here. We have dark lanes. This is a stunning galaxy, and the focus is quite nice. You can actually see very good intricate detail in there. Yeah, look at that. Can't miss that, huh? Look at those. Look at the detail in there. That's really nice. And I think what we'll do is we're gonna try to use the other filter. What do you say? And actually maybe go to well, try to go to say a 1 minute exposure.
Sure.
That might be interesting. So let's go down to one filter number 1 here. Okay, and while I'm here, I'm gonna check on the settings for the bulb shooting. It's 1 minute 30 seconds right now, and I'm gonna set it to 1 minute. So now we have 1 minute shots, and let's do let's do 1 minute. Why not? Let's see if we can do it. Ta-da! Off we go. Yes, sirree. Yep. Yeah. So the telescope's actually pointing toward the north. So the slot you see here in the lower right, the slot you see here is aiming toward the north of the telescope location. Yeah. So it's really pretty. All right, now we're counting down from a minute. We got about 20 seconds left. And we're going to see the results. Let's see what the all-sky shows right now. Well, the all-sky shows some clouds down here. Spring sky is really kind of boring. You see, you don't see any Milky Way or anything. It's just sort of like a boring, you know. But still, not bad. Let's go see now what we've got. Wow.
Oh, that's great.
Look at that. That's 1 minute on this. Now, this is with that filter that really enhances the H2 regions. Look at this, guys. This is just beautiful. That is just beautiful. These little prickles, these little prickles you see here, these aren't stars. This is noise generated by the filter. But this area, oh my gosh, this would be spectacular. So I'm going to just go ahead and take another shot in 1 minute and then come back here and let's keep looking at this. You know.
Hey, while we're waiting, can I tell my Best Buy story?
Oh, yeah, please do.
Oh, well, what with these days in coronavirus, I had to go to Best Buy Sunday and buy a new copy of Windows 10, okay, and reinstall, start from scratch. I get there, and they have a dozen employees out front wearing yellow vests and traffic cones set up, and they're not letting anybody in the store. They wanted me to have a cell phone on me with BestBuy.com, and they wanted me to order it through their app, and then they would just carry it out to me. And that's how they're doing business nowadays.
Wow.
Except I didn't have a cell phone or an app, so guess who's the only guy who got to go in the store? They only let me in as far as the cashier, but
wow.
It was pretty crazy. Wow. And I mean, they had a long line, and it took time.
Yeah. I went to buy stone mortar mix for a corner fireplace setup that my son is very nicely making or finishing. And this is beautiful. And then...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is the second one. And when I was in there, I went into the stone place, and they were doing business as normal. But there was a 6-foot yellow caution tape away from the sales counter, held up by sticks and cones. And they said, you can't come in to this location. You have to do all your business from over there. So I basically had to yell across to the counter to tell the guy what I wanted and air point at things that I was looking for. And then I said, well, I guess it's free, huh? Because I can't come in there to pay for it now. He goes, oh, no, you can cross the line to pay for it. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was just amazing.
That's beautiful.
It is. And I'm going to tell, just so you know what's going on here. You see wisps up here. Okay, let me just pull this up. This is a gentler version of it. The wisps here go way out and way up here, and it's hard to see them, and I may or may not be able to tease those out. But I'm going to take several shots like this, and I'm going to add several more of the shots like with the other filter, which is a slightly less than narrowband, and add those shots together, and you'll see a tremendous wealth of information. It's like when you add them together, when you put these filters, different types together, you just get some beautiful, beautiful imagery. And this is beautiful imagery. Holy cow! This is the raw image that comes out of the camera. But
I like that one.
Yeah, but you see all these spots? They aren't stars. That's noise. Here are the stars.
Yeah.
I know. I'm talking to folks. I know you know that.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
It's okay. But you see, I have a way of getting rid of that noise without even having to worry. Because at the end, what I'm going to do is take a bunch of dark frames, and you'll see all that noise, and then we're going to get rid of it, and it gets taken right out of the final image. It's really pretty. You know. In fact, if you notice, okay, this is like the previous one. Okay, this is the next one. Okay, the noise is in the same spot, so we can get rid of it.
That guy on Astro Backyard on YouTube,
Yep.
the Canadian astronomer, astrophotographer, he's been touting some new software that for processing.
Oh, yeah, I think I know what he's talking about. The software he's talking about is...
it was called something or other AI. AI was the last two letters.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. I heard that one too. I was thinking of something different. Yeah, well, I can tell you that this is not a... look at that. Holy cow. Jeez. That is just stunning. And these are 1 minute shots, so you can see that the telescope is rather well aligned and so forth. Yeah, these clouds are kind of drifting. This is Sirius over here, so you can see that Sirius is actually almost setting, and there's clouds that are going to make their way. We're looking over here. Okay, so these aren't here yet, but they are coming. But boy, that's beautiful over there. Let me see if I can make some adjustments here. Let's activate. Okay, and yeah, see, that's kind of a little better. Actually, that's a little better, actually. I don't want to do this because it'll gray us out. Well, maybe not. Okay. Just darkening it up a little bit. I think that's pretty good, because then I can see all the clouds coming and see those there. So this part of our sky is out right now, but we have this part, which is where we're looking. And if you look, this is the Big Dipper. Here's the stars of the Dipper itself right there, and the tail is over there. We are looking at the Comet, which is right about here. Right, there's the North Star. Here's a Little Dipper. This is the tail pointers. I'm sorry, the pointer stars for the Big Dipper, and the Comet is right about there. So hopefully we have a little bit of good time here to do some more astronomy. I want to take some more photos of this guy. Ta-da! Yeah, that's a new one. That looks really pretty. And so I'll take one more of that. And then what we'll do is we'll go to the other filter. and that'll give us more broad stuff in there, more broad imagery, because it's capturing more of the structure of the galaxy.
Mark, David Schmidt asks, when you say noise, is it RF energy or in the visible spectrum? Is it hot pixels or what?
No, hot pixels. Let's see if I've got a hot pixel in here. A hot pixel is a camera artifact, and you'll see like one pixel that keeps showing up in all your images, and it might be red or it might be blue or green. Yeah. It's usually not white. Okay, it's usually red or blue or green, because if it was white, it means that it's actually 3 pixels, a bad red one, a bad green one, and a bad blue one, all in the same area. And the way the sensors are laid out, that would be possible, but not necessarily, the actual truth. The actual strong possibility, I should say. Okay, that's beautiful. So the sensor noise, it's the noise on the sensor. One more here. When you look at the sensors, sometimes they have spurious noise that appears on them. And this stuff has got to, that stuff has got to be dealt with. You have to figure out a way to deal with it. All right, David. I'm so glad you could drop by and join us for a little while, David. It was really nice to see you here. Thanks for coming by. Now, that doesn't look like it has a lot of detail, but trust me, when I'm finished with this, you're going to see detail in there. All right, so now we got quite a few of those. Let's go back. Let's go to the next filter. Let's go to our more slightly wider band and do the same exposure. Oh. Oops, it was taking an exposure?
Looks like it.
Uh-oh. I changed filters in the middle of that. Wonder how that looked.
Huh.
Well, didn't do too much harm. Cool. All right, well, we'll go back. Usually, I mean, it's that shows you how smooth the change is. Okay. That's a real smooth change, man, because look at how it looks. That's how it looked before, and then with the other filter, it looks like this. Okay, and that's a mix of this filter, this filter, this dark sky, this darker narrow band, and the slightly wider band. Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it moves so smoothly, it didn't disrupt the telescope. You see that?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, well, let's see what we get. We'll put it here so when it comes in, we'll see it. It'll be different. Yeah, that's different. But you see, it's a little brighter looking, but we see more detail in different areas. So those narrowband filters are meant for a specific set of circumstances and specific set of emissions from certain gases. You'll notice, and it's really good to show that when we look at it with this less than narrowband, it looks like this. But with the narrowband filter, okay, look how bright and red the H2 regions are. Look how bright and red they are. This filter is specifically pulling those out, specifically. And we're seeing also some other emission in here as well. But man, it's really something. And then this...
I mean, it is more of a nebula filter, right?
Yes. Yeah, but see, with this filter now, we can see these extra wisps out here.
Oh yeah.
Of this warped, shape. Ah, stunning.
Very nice.
Oh, Tara, you're right, honey. I have to do that. I'll be experimenting with the different filters in every single shot now. You are so right. Absolutely. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is take another one of these. And we'll come back to this. We're also going to go back to the Comet, because I do want to check out the Comet one another time here, as I suspect you do too, Daryl.
Hey.
There's our green Comet from before, and you can see how it's moved far from the star. It was right here earlier tonight, and then it's there, and then it's probably gonna be over here now. I like showing that movement. Let's see. This is not done taking the exposure yet. It's still going. Wow.
Comet Urkier. That sounds pretty good all by itself, Tara.
Well, it was the Comet, not the Comet. The Comet.
Yes.
Oh, is that what you said?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No worries.
You missed the Comet earlier, yes, Tara, but don't worry. We're going to come back to it.
You just did, Tara.
This we're going to have to call it, instead of Atlas Y4, it's going to be called Urkier.
There you go.
Yeah. And then some bozo will call it Urkel, and then that'll become a funny thing.
All right. I thought of that a few seconds ago.
Uh-oh.
Comet Urkel. Uh-oh. Here come the clouds.
Yeah, no. We're going to squeak this out. I'm telling you. All right, you know what? I'm going to go to our RA coordinates after this exposure, because I don't want to miss the last images of the comet. I want to show folks this comet who may have joined us later. Nice. This is beautiful.
It is.
I think that's enough to give me something to stack. And now, let's see here. Let's go to this RA and deck. Here we go. Alright, we're on our way, guys. We're heading back to the Comet location. And we did this before. The Comet was right in the middle. It was like right there. So right now we're going to get to a star that's going to give us an alignment, and that's going to be Mosquito. And then it's going to... Alright, so there it is, lining Mosquito here. I'm going to move this over for you guys so you can see.
Hello, Tim F.
Tim is there, alright. Nice to see you, Tim. And then once we get there and it lines up, it's going to blast off. Doom! Off to the cometary location. And it's right here. Okay. Okay, I think that's pretty close, so I can halt everything. And now we're tracking, and I'm not going to do bulb shots here. I'm going to do 25 seconds. I'll start with 20 just to make sure we have it. Figure out where it is.
And hello, Bobby.
Bobby Burgess, what's up? Thanks for coming on in, Bobby. Thank you for letting me know he was there, Daryl.
Oh, I just saw him pop up.
Okay. I don't want to do that. I'll move it over there. Wow.
Ta-da.
Ta-da, indeed. There's the comet, guys. Look at that. That is pretty. So there you go, Tara. Now you can see it. It's right there. This is Comet Atlas Y4. It's a comet that's literally about half the size of the full moon right now. So it's a pretty good size in terms of in the sky. And it's green because of carbon atoms. And just because we can, I'm going to take us back to here and to our filters. And I'm going to take you to just the regular sky view without any filters, so you can see a white light view of the comet. Okay, in other words, how it would look to your eye if you could somehow see it in a telescope. So same thing, 20 seconds at 25,600. And now you'll see Comet Atlas Y4. Oh, Tara, you're welcome. Tara, I got to do whatever you asked me to do because, you know, you were a marvelous editor for my book. And I cannot, you know. Okay, well, here we have a focus issue. But you can see the green color. All right, I want you to see the green color. That's most important here. You see the green? That's what it looks like. That's the carbon atoms that we're looking at there. And what I'm going to do now is take us back, and I'm going to do a focus on this. As the temperature changes outside, the focus has to be adjusted as well throughout the course of the night. I'm focusing now. By the way, I'm going to be adding a automatic focusing system to this as well, so that it'll automatically focus before it even takes a picture, which I think would be kind of nice, don't you?
That's downtown.
Well, Tara, thank you. That's very kind. Okay, let me drop this back. Okay, gotta go back the other way. All right, let's try that. Okay, we're going to see now if this gives us a better view, made a little sharper than what we're seeing here. I wonder if I have to adjust the mirror lock on the telescope. Well, that's better. Definitely better. Okay, focus is better. Okay, good. So you see the green, as I said. So what I'll do now is I will change the filter now. And we're going to go to filter 1 is the narrow band filter, but filter 2 is the better one for this. Okay. Now we'll take it up a notch. Let's go all the way to 30 seconds. So we'll go up 10 more seconds on this and see what we got. Daryl Timoth is asking is there any truth to the asteroids on a near-Earth trajectory story circulating online? Well, the Sentinel program has a number of asteroids in it that are called near-Earth asteroids. So we have to be careful to make sure people aren't confusing those. Oh, that was bad. That went the wrong way. Look at that. I'm going to be investigating that focuser. I may have to just readjust everything. I don't get it. All right. So let me try and do this again. It kind of went out on its own. Didn't even...
Yeah, I thought it looked like it went soft before you started the image.
Okay, you're probably right.
I should have said something.
You should have said something. Okay.
I wasn't sure if what I was saying was real or not. I guess it was real.
It was. Okay, I'm going to go just do 20 seconds here and confirm.
Tim, I've been under the weather a lot lately. What little I've been following such things, I heard a story about at least one asteroid was going to pass close. I don't know how close, really, but some of the doomsayers were saying, "Oh my God, it's going to hit the Earth," and no, it's not going to hit the Earth.
He's coming right for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was actually the asteroid that was nearby was actually at its closest to us 3 million miles away. So several times the distance of the moon.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is pretty. All right, so now I can go back and up it 10 more seconds and try. So you see that star right there. Okay, now again, the image is flipped in the telescope because of the orientation. So that star is this one. See when you look at it there, so it's like flipped one way to another. If we want to see it the way it looks in the telescope, I gotta do this. Okay, no, not that. Yeah, like that. It's like about like that. The way it looks in the telescope, but we're looking at it this way. And we're watching it move past this star over here that we talked about before. But look, the color is really coming out. The color is really pronounced with this filter. It really shows the carbon quite well.
This is the wider band filter, right?
That's right. It's the wider band filter, the UHC-S filter from Bader, B-A-A-D-E-R. Yep.
Now, James is asking if you could make a GIF or something, a GIF of
yeah, I did that for
showing
Comet.
the Comet's movement.
I did that for Comet Holmes, and I'll do it for this too, if I can.
Yeah. I know the first thing we looked at tonight, James, was the Comet, and we noted over the course of mere minutes that you could see the Comet had moved appreciably.
Yeah. If you make a GIF, you got to make sure that you use the same filter for all the photos, so they don't get bright, dark, and do like make your head strobe out. Yeah, it's really pretty. So the comet does have an appreciable coma. This little area around it. But if you look carefully, you can see that there is a tail. There's a slight tail on this comet. Okay? And we're watching, as time goes on, where I have actually seen how the comet has changed. Let me go look. Let's go back. If you notice, now we go back. Back. Like here. Okay, you can see how the comet has this really sharp tail like that. Okay? Alright. Now...
before you go...
Yes?
Okay, take note of that kind of slightly curved line of 4 stars just below it to its lower left.
These guys.
Yeah. Now, when you go to the later image, are those the same 4 stars and the comet's clean on the other side of the line now?
Let's go find out. Let's find out, shall we?
Is the orientation different in that image?
Is it?
Can you toggle back and forth?
Well, yeah.
I mean, the bright star there, a little bit to the lower right of center, that line of 4 stars and the slight curve is sort of pointing toward it.
Yeah. So
and it looked like in the other image, the bright star was over to the left. Or am I seeing that wrong?
Well,
if you could toggle back to the early one.
I wish I could toggle. Yeah, I'm not able
to
toggle. But I know
figure speech.
No, I know what you mean. You want me to just jump to it, and I'd like to, but it's so far back.
Sorry.
I'm going through all the data. Okay, how about this one? Oh, no, not that one. How about this one? Okay. So,
okay, is it flipped or flipped and mirrored? There you go.
So here are the 4 stars you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, here's that star that's up there. There's that star that's down there. I see the tail going that way. And now, if we look...
Oh, okay. The star it passed earlier, on that image you're showing right now at 224001.
Yeah.
The star it passed earlier is that one in this image that's you can see that it's moved farther away from, slightly to the upper right there.
Yeah. Okay, so let's look at this.
Because it was right under that earlier.
So you're talking about this star?
No, it's 2 different stars. That's what was throwing me, because I didn't remember the 4 stars in a row like that earlier.
Yeah, I think we're getting clouds too, is what we're seeing here.
I think you're right.
Oh my gosh, look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, folks, it's not often that I say this, but I want to close down the telescope now. We got a pretty good night, didn't we?
I think so.
Yeah, and we got a beautiful view of the comet.
Yeah.
I actually was able to squeak through a bunch of these great photos of this beautiful, stunning Messier 82. This used to be called the Exploding Galaxy because we didn't know really what's going on. Now we know it's a burst of star formation going on there. And I'll blend those with this one, which is the actual ones that have even more detail in the center, in the H beta and the sulfur band, and the H2 region and oxygen region. That's going to be nice.
Neat seeing the comets for the first time. I think M82 there is probably the high point of the night.
Yeah. Yeah. But for you guys that have been here for a while, this is, we've been looking at Comet. This is actually a bad image because it's got clouds over it, if you didn't realize. Earlier tonight, we actually saw a better view of it, which I'm going to show you right now. This is Comet Atlas Y4. And we literally watched it go and pass by a star. We watched it literally leave a star behind as it went by it. And this is an earlier version where you can actually see it closer to the star. And just a few minutes later, just a few minutes literally, it was further from the star. See that? You know, and then finally, once we came along even later, you see it's even further. So that's pretty cool. But hey, I want to thank you guys for coming out. Obviously, our all sky camera shows us that we have clouds, so we're going to have to take the pause that refreshes and call it a night. But you know something, guys, I really enjoyed having you with me and Daryl tonight. And Daryl, thank you for coming along.
Sure, thanks for having me on.
Happy that you're feeling better enough to come online here, and he even has a sense of humor again, which is actually pretty good.
Hey.
Hey, that means something, you know. So no one can be.
Yeah. Well, I no longer see Bill Murray eating Baby Ruth bar in the Orion Nebula. Now I see Barney belching still.
Oh. So. Yeah, remember that scene? Hey, Homer, look, a peanut! Then when he got slammed into the garbage can. All right, guys. Comet Atlas, Daryl and I bid you adieu, bid you a good night, and we will talk to you guys again. And we are out of here. So good night, all.
Night, everybody.